Hello family, I'm Peter Pearl, founder of Pearl Markets, where we decode markets with precision and purpose. Today we are diving into the real fundamentals behind gold, what drives it, and how you can read the story behind every move. I'm also going to give you a chart to make us understand the technicals and how you can trade it profitably this week. If you love smart market breakdowns, like this video, drop a comment on where you think gold is held in, and subscribe so you will never miss a weekly insight. Gold isn't just a metal, it mirrors a global emotion. It reflects fear, inflation, and confidence. When gold rises, it's whispering something the headlines haven't said yet. First is the interest rate and inflation. When the central banks cut rates or inflation rises, gold shines. It costs nothing to hold. So when yields drop, investors rush in. And one thing you have to understand is when there is lower rates, there is a weaker dollar and a strong gold. Secondly, the US dollar, when gold and the dollar move like a seesaw, when the dollar weakens, gold strengthens. If the dollar breathes out, gold breathes in. Comment below, do you think the dollar's next move is up or down? So let's jump straight into the charts as we continue. So let's quickly look at. Let me show you what is happening on the weekly time frame as quickly. So now this is what we are looking in the weekly time frame, where we are looking at a 1, 2. Then the wave 3 is ongoing, which is very parabolic and impulsive right now. So we are seeing a 1, 2, 1, 2 with the red wave 3 having a 5 waves, which is very impulsive. So if we come to the daily, this is what is happening now. The breakdown of the red wave 3, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the wave 5 of the red wave 3 is ongoing. So how are you going to trade this week? Let me jump straight into the 4-hour. The 4-hour for you to understand how you're going to trade this. Now in the 4-hour, we have purple wave 1, 2. Then the wave 3 became an extended wave of a 1, 2, 3, 4. Then wave 5 having its own extension with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is something wonderful that you need to check. You have to understand how to use channels in situations like this. There are times these trend lines give you an idea where the bounce is going to happen. So now when I drew this channel, I was tracking this particular wave 4 because now we are done with purple wave 3. So I was tracking where this wave 4 might bounce. Then we've had a first leg of the wave 4 where it bounced perfectly. It bounced perfectly on this particular trend line, because now the channel support, now it broke out of it at this particular end. Now when price is coming down, back down, that channel support that was broken now becomes the resistance that was broken now becomes a support. So price just tested the channel, it couldn't break out of it. But we are not just trading trend lines and other things. We are mixing it with Elliott wave for us to have a clear understanding what is happening. So though the channel acted, the resistance was broken and now it has acted as a support, but we are still trading this to look at this as a wave A, because we want to see a 3-wave move. So this week we want to see price move something like this for a wave B. Then we want to see another drop for wave 4 before we continue. So that is what we are tracking this week. So as we've tested this particular resistance, we have broken into a support. We want to see price move to the upwards. Why? Because beyond every move to the downside, there is impending correction, and this is very sharp, which looks like an impulsive wave. So we want to see a correction for wave B. Then we will have a C for this particular purple wave 4 to continue. So now gold has been very bullish And that is what the fundamentals that I was showing you about it. And I always try to make it give you some fundamentals also to understand why things happen like this on the market. If you understand the fundamentals or not, whatever that is happening, the fundamentals is also showing on the technicals on the chart. So you have to understand that gold also serves as a safe haven. You know, gold love chaos. When there is wars, the election, and market fears, all it pushes investors towards safety, because gold doesn't just react to data, it reacts to emotion. So whenever there's instability, people start putting their money in gold. When Trump, who has now become the biggest signal provider, start tweeting all these things, it shakes investors. So the more they are shaking and they become fearful, they start pumping their money into gold. Why? Because gold is a safe havens. And you also have to understand the central bank demands. Countries like China and Russia have been buying tons of gold, not to trade it, but to protect their value. When nations buy gold, it's not speculation, it's a strategy. And finally, you have to understand yields. If inflation stays high, but real yields falls, then gold rallies. It's not because, it's not about the rate. It's the real rate that matters. So before you chase the candlesticks, listen to what is behind them. The rate, the dollar, the fear, and the strategy. If you want to join us to understand how you can get a perfect entry in this, join the Legendary Trade Room, where we analyze the charts every day. You're going to get 20 plus of charts analysis with trading opportunities on it. So join us in the Legendary Trade Room. There's a price no one else can beat. And if you want to be consistently profitable, sign up, join us, and watch us as we find entries to these particular ones. So now, the best gold trades happen when the charts and the world says the same thing, and that is what is happening now. So if this gave you clarity, like, share, subscribe for more breakdowns of the market like this, and it's going to help you trade with insight and conviction. I'm Peter Pearl, and this is Pearl Markets. See you in the next Market Decode.